1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The government has decided to lift the ban on interprovincial movement of wheat with immediate effect. The information minister says the government is committed to hold accountability of all those people who have put the masses, institutions, and the future of the country at stake. The government has decided to send the matter of subsidy of 29 billion rupees to the sugar industry in the last 5 years to the National Accountability Bureau. Coronavirus has claimed 67 more lives, while 4,960 new confirmed cases were reported in the country during the past 24 hours. Over 4,230 hectares of land has been sprayed to control locust in various parts of the country during the last 24 hours. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops, in their fresh act of state terrorism, martyred 5 youths in Shupania district today. And now the news in detail. The government has decided to lift the ban on interprovincial movement of wheat with immediate effect and to abolish all checkposts in this regard. The decision was taken at a high-level meeting held in Islamabad today with the Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair. The meeting decided to allow wheat import and there will be no restriction on its quantity. The import will be made by the private sector. It also decided to completely abolish the import duty on wheat. The forum decided to ensure stopping the smuggling of wheat and flour out of the country. The decision of mass crackdown against elements involved in hoarding of wheat and flour was also taken during the meeting. The meeting took a detailed review of the wheat production in the Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, wheat purchased by the provincial governments, available stocks and requirements. The government has decided to send the matter of subsidy of 29 billion rupees to the sugar industry in the last 5 years to the National Accountability Bureau. This was stated by the Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Accountability, Barrister Shehzad Akbar, during a media briefing along with the Information Minister, Senator Shibli Faraz, in Islamabad today. He said the Prime Minister approved the recommendations and action points of Sugar Inquiry Commission report at a high-level meeting held in Banigala today. Shehzad Akbar said the meeting also decided to send a reference to the National Accountability Bureau of the subsidies given in the country since 1985. He said a political family received subsidy in billions of rupees by exporting sugar to India during the 1990s. Shehzad Akbar said the report of the Sugar Inquiry Commission suggests recommendations including punishment and recoveries, overhauling of regulatory framework, and to rationalize the sugar prices based on actual cost of production. He said matter relating to unnamed accounts and transactions, tax evasion, and similar issues is being sent to the Federal Board of Revenue. FBR has been directed to complete its proceedings in 90 days' time for further action. Speaking on the occasion, the Information Minister, Senator Shibli Faraz, said the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government is committed to hold accountability of all those people who have put the people, the institutions, and the future of the country at stake. He said our first and foremost priority is to protect the interests of the people. Shibli Faraz said Prime Minister established an inquiry commission on sugar to ascertain those responsible for the increase in the prices of the commodity. Shibli Faraz said Prime Minister is serious about the issue and forensic audit was held on time. 4,960 new coronavirus cases have surfaced in the country during the last 24 hours, taking the total tally to 98,943. These include 37,090 in the Punjab, 36,364 in Sindh, 13,001 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 6,221 in Balochistan, 4,979 in Islamabad, 927 in Gilgit-Baltistan, and 361 in Azad Kashmir. The death toll from the virus stands at 2,002, with 67 deaths reported during the last 24 hours. 23,100 coroner tests were also carried out during this period. 33,645 patients have so far recovered from the infection. Coronavirus pandemic has claimed more than 402,686 lives across the world so far, with over 7 million confirmed cases. The United States tops the list with over 112,101 deaths, followed by the United Kingdom, 40,465, Brazil, 36,044, and Italy with 33,846 deaths. More than 3.4 million people have recovered from the infection. The government has decided to strictly monitor the standard operating procedures issued to protect the people against COVID-19. The Special Assistant on Health Services, Dr. Zafar Mirza, while giving a media briefing in Islamabad today, said wearing face masks is mandatory and no leniency will be tolerated in this regard. He said using face masks is very important against COVID-19 as it can help stop the spread of the disease by 40 to 60%. He said it is obligatory to wear masks while visiting shops, markets, and other public places or gatherings. The special assistant warned that action would be taken against those who do not observe the standard operating procedures. He said 74% of those who died in Pakistan were above 50 years of age, and most of them had previous underlying health conditions. This is Radio Pakistan. Over 4,230 hectares of land has been sprayed to control locusts in various parts of the country during the last 24 hours, according to the National Disaster Management Authority. This includes 3,500 hectares in Balochistan, 30 hectares in the Punjab, 600 hectares in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and 100 hectares of land in Sindh. An area of 355,000 hectares was surveyed during the last 24 hours. So far, 524,500 hectares of land has been sprayed in the country to control the pest by 1,122 teams of the National Disaster Management Authority. The crop munching bug exists in 46 districts of the country, including 33 in Balochistan, 9 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 1 in the Punjab, and 3 in Sindh. The Chinese peacekeeping medical team treated Pakistani peacekeeping soldiers who recently sustained injuries in Mikingi, Democratic Republic of Congo. The only official English language news website of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, China Military, said currently 2 soldiers have been discharged from hospital and are in stable condition. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in the fresh act of state terrorism martyred 5 youths in Zenapura area of Shupanya district today. According to Kashmir Media Service, the youth were killed by the troops during a cordon search operation in Riban village of the district. The operation was jointly launched by the Indian Army, Central Reserve Police Force, and the police. Immediately after the killing, the authorities suspended internet services in Shupanya and Kulgam districts. Meanwhile, an anti-India protest demonstration was held at Chaktabal in Srinagar against an attack on a Muslim shrine by the Indian secret agents in disguise. Speakers on the occasion said India is involved in such heinous acts to stoke sectarian divisions in the territory. In the United States, huge peaceful rallies have taken place across the country against racism and police brutality on the 12th day of protests sparked by the death of an unarmed black man, George Floyd. Tens of thousands of people marched in Washington, D.C., in the city's largest protest so far. Crowds also demonstrated in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Large anti-racism protests also took place in a number of other countries, including Australia, France, Germany, and Spain. In Syria, 12 fighters have been killed in strikes by unidentified aircraft in Daizor province. In a statement, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said the strikes targeted a base of forces in the rural areas of the province and destroyed equipment and ammunition. In Mexico, 10 people have been killed when gunmen opened fire on a drugs rehabilitation center in Irapuato City. The state government of Guanajuato said despite lockdown measures imposed to combat the coronavirus outbreak, homicides continued to test record levels. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind thunderstorm is expected in northeast Punjab, including the Potokar region, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, northeastern Balochistan, Islamabad, and Kashmir. Meanwhile, dust thunderstorm with rain is also expected in the districts of South Punjab. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.